All right. Speaking of rubbing tugs, it's old Uncle Matty here with the Working Perspectives podcast presents Guess the News. On this show, we're going to be giving you the bare bones of a news story. Then we'll have 4 minutes to guess the items requested by the news storyteller. It could be the age of the person, the gender, the location the story took place, or a bag of contraband smuggled into a prison by a drone. We don't know what we're guessing, but we're going to try and find out. We get 3 strikes and we're out. It's a lot of fun. It's the most fun you can have on the intranet. And can't wait to do it. Can't wait to have it. Can't wait to play it. Can't wait to sing it together. Bada bing, bada boom. Betty Boop's your uncle. We're kicking it off with the one and only Liam LeSchmigle. Reese, Liam, let us have it, Daddy.
All right, boys, we're doing Guess the News, and again, I'm going to skip the classic ASL. Tonight, we're going to be talking about kids' interactive toys. They've been around forever. We loved them when we were kids. Remember, they had Teddy Ruxpin. There were Furbies who talked to you in like gibberish,
Okay.
all kinds of stuff talked back to you.
Couple
But now,
tickle-me's,
yeah, a little Tickle Me Elmo, that counts. But now, Tamagotchis, did they talk? I don't know.
I think they made noises.
But they were cool. You did stuff with them. You played with them.
Sure.
But now, kids' toys have AI. Okay? So, recently, there was research from the Public Interest Research Group and tests conducted by NBC News that found kids' toys with AI built into them they were able to get them to talk about 4 inappropriate talking points. This is things you would not want your toys talking to your kids about. Okay, I want you guys to guess. I'm sure they got them to do more, but these are the main 4. I want you guys to give me the top 4. Like, what wouldn't you want an AI toy teaching your kid about, how to do, or would you not want these talking points, spoken to your children?
They're like inappropriate talking points.
Oh yeah, they are inappropriate for ages. For an age where you'd have a child talking to an interactive toy, like a stuffy with AI in it, you're not going to want that toy talking to your kid about this stuff.
Okay, so you want us to guess the 4 inappropriate talking points?
Yeah, that were found in these tests that were conducted by this research group and NBC. They may have been able to get them to say more, but these are the 4 from this story.
This was the heavy hitters.
Tests. Yeah, these were the heavy hitters that they found.
All right. So, Bern, right off the bat, I'm thinking, they don't want kids to talk. Yeah. Well, okay. That's what I mean. I should have been thinking that. So, do we want to throw a guess out there and maybe waste a strike?
I don't think
this is a definite. I think we can get 1 or 2 definites.
Yeah.
And then maybe waste some strikes. So, Liam, we're going to throw sex out as a guess. How do we do?
Sex and sex acts.
Yeah. Sexual activity.
Ding. That was an obvious one. Yes. Right. Sex. They were able to get these toys to talk about sex.
The toys that with AI were able to get the kids to talk about sex.
Correct.
Wow.
No. Well, the other way around. They were able to get the toy to talk about sex.
Maybe answer questions or define terms or something like that. I see.
Okay, now I'm getting it. I thought it was the AI manipulating the kids, but it was the kids manipulating AI.
That was the AI giving them legit answers about things that are really inappropriate for them to be knowing about.
Yep.
All right, next guess then, Bern. I don't know how you feel about this, but murder or violence, I think.
I think murder violence is a huge 10-4 for me.
Yeah. LeSchmigle, how are we on murder and violence?
Murder violence was not on there, but it's almost like it could almost be half a point because one of the answers is how to do something, which could lead to
suicide.
Murder. No.
Suicide? Oh, that's going to be okay. No. So we got to eat a strike on that one, Maddie.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a strike there. So murder, violence, suicide, not on there, but maybe how to kill. Well, kill would be murder. How to hurt, maybe.
Well, think about things you don't want your kids to play with.
Oh, so
Why
like
would they
how
be
to get a
they're gonna
weapon, how to get or
they're
make a
giving you
weapon.
instructions on how to do XYZ. You
Yeah, like
know?
how
So
to
Maddie,
get or make a weapon
what are we
or a
thinking?
bomb or something.
Find a weapon in the house, make an explosive, light a fire, um, things like that. That's what I'm feeling like in that category.
Yeah,
Like,
I
where
kind
does
of
Daddy
like
keep
that
his
too.
gun?
We're at 2.5
Uh,
minutes. Man, hold on. Can we
how do
talk?
I?
Can Liam? Can another one be religion or religion? Is that a thing or race?
One is it's not race, but
Like
it's
politics?
race related and politic related. Oh yeah.
Oh man, is
It's
transgender
the
something on there?
the last one is insane. The last one is insane. I don't think you guys are gonna get it.
All
All
right. So
right.
we have Stex and we have a strike. Uh, it's not necessarily murder, violence, or suicide, but it could have to do with weapons, finding weapons, or making weapons.
Is it along that rail, Liam?
It is.
All right. So how to get or make a gun, right? Or a
Or
weapon or a
where to
knife.
find a gun, or how to light a fire, or how to build a
Yeah.
bomb.
We're at 3:20. We're getting close to time here. Liam, hit us back. Are we close with
Let's
the
keep.
with the
You're close. Yeah, you're close. You even hit on it, one of those.
All right, where to
All
find a
right, so
gun?
that's the guess then. How to make a gun.
Where to
How to
find
make
a
a
gun?
gun. How to make a gun is incorrect. You're at 2 strikes.
Fucking
All right.
cunt. All right,
But
then
he
is it
did
how to make
mention
a
it.
knife or a bomb or how to you know?
How to
Can we
light a
just a
fire?
weapon? Can we generalize weapon?
You can generalize weapon. All right. How to sharpen a knife was one of them.
Okay.
So we'll give you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Man, we're getting close to time, Bern. We each get one more guess here. All right, Bern, think of a guess and then I'll go with the final one.
All right. So we said race and politics are close. Um, we haven't touched on drug use either. Um, I'm going to go with anti-Semitism.
Incorrect. And
Fuck.
Damn. All right, so that's 2 strikes. So I got 1 strike left. Oh man. Well, I mean, race, politics, religion, something like that, right?
oh
Like,
yeah, it is something like that.
does it have to do with like how they can why are black people black or something like
Nazis,
that?
Matt? Nazis?
Think back to the conversation you guys were just having. You mentioned one of the answers, you just didn't give the answer. Now
Oh,
you got
is it
past weapons. What else were you guys talking about?
we were talking about drugs?
and we were talking
I did
about.
mention the transgender thing.
Is that your answer?
Is it right?
No.
Then no. Man. Gosh, I'm done. Okay. We mentioned it. Politics, religion. Does that have something to do with like the president?
It has to do with a leader, not our
Nazis,
leader.
Matt. Nazis.
Oh, is it Hitler? Is it asking about Hitler?
Is that your answer?
Is it right?
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. Fucking something
All
about
right,
Hitler.
we're at time, right?
All right.
All right. So what's your answer?
Is it something about Hitler?
It is not. That's okay.
All
So
right.
that's your last strike.
Oh.
The two
right.
remaining answers on the board were how to start a fire
Oh, we were so
Fuck.
fucking close.
Get
and
it.
talking points from the Chinese Communist Party.
What?
What?
We missed fire and commies, Maddie. We missed fire and commies.
So we had sex, how to sharpen a knife, how to start a fire,
my
and
God.
talking points from the Chinese Communist Party. So parents, this Christmas, when you're setting up all the toys and everything, make sure you do a couple Google searches and look into those toys.
Now
Wow.
I'm wondering, probably not, doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure out where these particular toys were made. If talking points of the Chinese Communist Party are readily available to children.
It said a lot of them were Taiwan.
Yeah.
Or that's where the AI was, Taiwan.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to indoctrinate, trying to sneak in through the Teddy Ruxpin. Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
It is.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Man. All right. I mean, shoo.
That was
Golly.
that
That
was
was
wild.
awesome, though. I love that, Liam. And that was a great way we did that, too. Love the booming, 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 booming. All right. So,
Yeah.
okay. You guys ready for the next story? So, all right. So, my story, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to be looking for the classic ASL, the age, the gender, the location, and I'm looking for an amount the fine was. The amount
Okay.
of the fine. It is in US dollars, but I have the fine in US dollars, but this is an international story.
Okay.
International.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. An adult person was sitting on a bench in a park,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
When said adult person had a leaf blow into the adult person's mouth, right? So wind hit a leaf, blew it into this person's mouth, and this person went, "Oh, ha tilly," and that person spit it out, right? Then, couple seconds later, two people, it says two guys, came up to said person, and one of them what is called littering enforcement officers,
Oh my gosh.
and they told them that they had been spitting. The person that had the leaf in their mouth said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. It was a leaf. It blew in my mouth, and I spit it out," kind of thing. Doesn't matter. They were then fined by the litter enforcement officers, and the fine was reduced, but nonetheless paid. For the fine, I'm looking for the original amount of the fine, and I'll give you to within $100. I'll give you to within $50. All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'm looking for the ASL and the amount the fine was. Are we ready?
Ready. All right,
Bob's
Burn Dog.
thinking, baby.
Let's just knock out sex. I'll take the hit if we have to. I'll ask mail. I'll answer mail, and
Agreed.
because then you don't lose a strike. All right, we're guessing male.
Final answer?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Correct the mundo. We're looking at a man, Daddy. Looking
right.
at a man.
All right,
Liam, I don't know.
we just saved a strike, baby.
I don't know if you
All right.
Good
remember the
old Roy
story.
Mash. Good old
There was
Roy
a-
Mash.
There was an American years ago who was caned. He was put in public square
Yep.
and he was caned. It was in
like
Singapore,
the Philippines, right? Oh,
Philippines or Singapore.
Okay.
I think it was Singapore.
Yep.
And
Or China.
his was for spitting out gum onto the street. So this is definitely a Southern Asian country.
All right, so let's do Singapore. Let's guess Singapore then.
Let's go Singapore.
Final answer on location? Well,
Yes, sir.
how about this? Before you waste an answer on location, do you want me to give you a hint on location?
Always.
Sure.
This location hosted an Olympics in the last 20 years.
Ugh.
So it's got to be China.
Did they host
Wait.
an Olympics?
No, China hasn't.
Or
Is
Britain, right?
Oh,
Great
Japan.
Britain.
Is it Japan?
This sounds like something the Brits would do, by the way.
I don't think
They're
no.
getting strict over there.
You got a minute and a half.
I think you can still spit on the streets. I think Japan.
You want to
Yeah,
go
okay.
Japan?
Yeah,
Final
Japan.
answer?
Yes.
yeah.
Strike one.
Okay, no Japan.
You think
Hosted
it would
an
be them
Olympics.
Japs, but it wasn't.
No, it's just the Olympics. They were in Sochi.
Isn't Sochi in Russia? And that's the Winter Olympics.
Russians
Did you say-
definitely don't give a fuck.
They were in
about you.
Tokyo,
No.
though. You're right. They were
They
in
were in Tokyo. Yeah.
But it's not Japan.
All right. Age. Let's go age here, Liam. I mean,
You had 2 minutes.
30 to 40, 20 to
Yeah.
30,
20,
25 to 35.
There we go. 25 to 35.
Final answer?
Sure.
Yes.
Incorrect, and I'll tell you way off.
Way off.
You're at 2 strikes, fellas. You have
All
to
right.
start getting choosy, and you haven't even gotten to the money yet.
Well, here's the thing about the money. Maddie said he initially was going to give us some leeway within $100, but then he dropped it to leeway within $50, which means this is not a huge fine. Which means like, why would he make that distinction? Like if it was $3,000, you know what I mean? He wouldn't be like actually
okay.
$29.50. So I'm thinking this is $150 or
Yeah, or just call it 100 because then you can
You
go
can
from
go both
50 to
ways.
150.
Let's call it 100.
All right, yeah, give us
Guys,
100,
do
Daddy.
you want to deliberate on this a little bit? You're at 3 minutes. I don't want you to lose all your strikes here.
All
Well,
right, so
we're way off on age, right? We said
yeah,
25 to 35, but that just opens up. I mean, this could be like a 60-year-old or it could be a
yeah,
55-year-old. We don't really know. It was an accidental leaf in the mouth.
Mm.
Location, is it South Africa?
yeah.
You're at
Like how
No,
the
they had a
fuck do
316.
World
we
Cup.
That
They
know?
had
was
a
a
World
World
Cup.
Cup. That wasn't an
I'm getting my
Olympic.
World Cup. I'm getting my fucking World Cups and
You're
Olympics
getting your
confused.
World Cups
Is what
and
I'm
your
doing.
Olympics all churched up, Dad.
Getting
You're
my
all
World
churched
Cup
up.
and my Olympics confused. No, it's got to be China. China had an Olympics.
Yeah, give us China. We'll take it.
Guys, for your third strike, are you sure you're at 330?
Yeah, China.
Strike three, Daddy.
Ugh.
Strike three. Liam, you'd mentioned it. It was
Thailand?
jolly
It was the
old.
Brits.
No way.
Jolly old, baby.
No
I fucking
way.
knew
Jolly
it.
old.
I fucking knew
That's
it,
my
dude.
Jolly
bad. That's
old,
my
Daddy.
bad. That's my
Jolly
bad.
old. Do you
In
guys
what
do you want to
world?
do like you get a couple strikes per thing, maybe? Give you a
Those
couple strikes
Cockney
per thing.
fucking scousers can't spit on the street. That's insane to me.
All right, you're at
Yeah,
4 minutes. You each get another guess. You get an age guess and an amount guess. What do
All
you
right,
want? Who wants
I'm
to
just
take
gonna
what?
guess the amount because I always see like the signs and stuff, and it says like $300 fine. Give me 300 for the fine.
Lishmigli? Correctamundo! The amount
Oh,
for the
fuck
fine,
yeah!
the original amount for the fine, $334.50,
Hell
which
yeah!
was later reduced to $200.70. But original fine, $334.50. Lishmigli hits. So big bad Bernie. You got one guess left
On the age,
on the age.
63 to 73.
Nice one. Old head sitting at the bench. I like it.
You had the right idea. You're a decade off, pal. You're a decade off.
Ugh.
Actually, you're a little more than a decade off. You're 13 years off at the closest. So, full story. Here we go. Roy Mash, 86,
Unbelievable.
86 in Lincolnshire, England. Earlier this year, when he was arrested on a bench, a leaf blew into his mouth. Marsh spit out the leaf, but just as he got up to walk away, two guys came up to him. One of the littering enforcement officers who came up to him told him that he had been seen spitting, to which Marsh called him and said, "Hey, silly boy." Marsh ended up receiving a fine for $334.50, later reduced to $200.70, which he paid. But Adrian Finley, who is the county councilor of Lincolnshire County, said enforcement officers are taking it too far. If it looks like a
Yeah.
genuine accident, then give people the opportunity to apologize and pick it up. It was all unnecessary and out of proportion. So there you go. Jolly old. So you guys got close there. You got
how
3 out of
dare
4
you?
or 2
How
out of,
about
you
this
know.
litter enforcement guy? What?
That's I would
86
yeah.
years old? Are you fucking
86
kidding me?
fucking years old. I would pick it up for him and say,
Yeah.
"Sorry,
Right?
pal." But
And someone
dude,
should
that's
fight that guy. The fucking
Al-
the litter enforcement guy.
yeah.
What an
Also, like
asshole.
this is like they need to do better jobs of testing about giving people like authority that
Yeah.
that should not have it. There's no way that this guy should be able to enforce fines or any type of authority if this is what they're doing, going after an 86-year-old man.
Yeah.
Also, like, if you look down, did you see any fucking, like, he's probably just like, oh, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what do,
Yes.
come on. Also,
That
you
guy-
can't fucking spit? I'll fucking,
The guy
I'll
gave him
spit
his
all over your
story.
fucking
He said a
nuts.
leaf went in my mouth, and what? He wasn't trying to hear it and wrote it up. What a scumbag!
Yeah.
That guy was a child during the Blitzkrieg. All right,
Right.
and then you're gonna fine him for spitting a leaf out of his mouth while he's. There's nothing more British than an old man just sitting on a park bench. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just
Give
enjoying,
him
just
a pipe,
enjoying
call
the
it a
day.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple teen strumpets. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
I'm glad. I'm
Maybe
glad
I
the
bet he had an
authorities
umbrella,
there.
too. He had a
I'm
Broly
glad-
with him.
Well, it's always a little overcast. I'm glad the authorities there. I'm glad that the one guy at least was like, yeah, it's on the books, but like this is a little out of hand, guys.
Also,
like I
think
want to
about
come
this.
out and publicly say this is ridiculous.
think about this too. This guy's 86. How long has he been in this community? There's probably so many people that are like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" That fucking Stunod enforcement officer that always is a cunt to everybody. They hit Roy. They hit old man Roy Marsh.
Hit old Garrett Codswapple. You
Yeah.
know, old Mr. Codswapple just sitting on the
Yeah,
bench.
yeah. They hit fucking Dumbledore, Albus Bagoogagu. You know.
Codswapple.
Yeah. So
That's
that's story
outrageous.
number 2. Honestly, killed it, boys. Fucking pretty good. Pretty fucking good there, boys. Not bad.
All
Not
right.
bad.
All
Not
right,
bad at all.
motherfuckers.
Not bad
We
at
ready?
all. Not bad
Ready?
at all.
Ready to
Yeah,
move?
I was born
Benoit
ready. Let's
Payud,
go.
I've been born ready, ready to born, baby.
All right, guys, we're going classic ASL here, and then we're going to do a little body part bonus. Okay?
Body part bonus.
Do a little
Okay.
body part bonus. A former manager of a prestigious Ivy League medical school morgue was sentenced to 8 years in prison for stealing and selling body parts, quote unquote, as if they were baubles. This was a ghoulish scheme in which the person shipped a number of different body parts to buyers in, well, I mean, he shipped it to buyers in Pennsylvania, but that's not where necessarily the Ivy League school that he was from. After the cadavers donated were no longer needed for research. This person's spouse was also sentenced to just over a year for assisting them. So that's the ASL we're going to need. Remember, this person was a manager of a prestigious medical school morgue at an Ivy League school. I mean, being shipped to Pennsylvania is not really a big deal because all the Ivy League schools are kind of right around, they're all in the Northeast anyway.
Right, yeah.
So you got your ASL right there. I will say that the place where this is from has won a World Series in the last 20 years as your location clue. And the bonus is going to be, let's get through the first part and then we'll get to the bonus.
Okay. Liam,
knock the S out. Knock the S out first. Talking about a morgue. When have you ever in your life seen a morgue guy?
Did we not do research on this? That it was like
it was 2-1. It was 2-0. It was like 77 to 23.
Yeah, it was like 3 to 1. It was more male than female worked in the morgue, right?
So let's save a strike right now. Ask for
hold on.
All right.
Do you think okay, but the spouse also got hit too, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it was a man with the wife, they usually would leave the wife alone. But if it's a woman with a husband, they usually get them both. I'm just saying, the spouse got hit too.
You want to guess female for the director of a morgue?
I don't know, Liam. I don't know who I am anymore.
I know
Roy
I
Marsh. All right, dude, I'm fine with it. Go male.
All right,
final answer.
Guess male.
Male is correct.
Woo! See, Liam, this is why you don't listen to me, Daddy. Don't listen to me, baby. Love it. Okay, so for location, one World Series in the last 20 years. So Philadelphia was in 08, right? New York was in 09, and Boston has been a couple times, right? Those all three have Ivy League schools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like Boston. I mean, just Harvard.
You like Beantown?
Yeah.
You think it's Harvard?
Just because it's the most popular one, so the chances of a story coming out of there is kind of higher, I guess. I don't know. Harvard. That's the way I'm.
Well, there's Harvard. Then you could go with New York. It's you could do Princeton. You could do Yale, right? Well, where's Yale?
Princeton. Yeah.
Yale's in New Hampshire. Princeton's in New Jersey, but Columbia's in New York.
Hampshire.
Oh, okay. Well, fucking look at you, fucking Bernie, fucking college over here.
Yeah, actually, I don't know on the college. It could have been either one. Could be.
Honestly, do you like Harvard?
I kind of do, just because.
But also, Columbia is known for law. Which one's known for fucking?
They all have medical. They all have medical colleges.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Could be. Well, he said it wasn't PA, so
said it wasn't necessarily PA.
Oh, so you're a cunt. All right. So we're at 1:30 here, LaSchmigs. We got to start thinking here. Age-wise, let's think of age, right? I'm thinking 35 to 45.
The director, I like 35 to 45 too.
Schmigley or Benoit Payud. Ooh, should we go 40 to 50 though? Should we go 40 to 50?
Because they're the director.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 40 to 50
Aye.
is okay.
Now I feel like going 30
and then if we don't hit on if we don't hit on 40 to 50, then you know it's 30 to 40 probably.
Oh, but they're married. Ah, God, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bern, we're going 40 to 50 for age, Daddy.
This is Steve Reich, gentlemen. Steve Reich on 40 to 50.
Yeah.
Right,
did we hit over or under?
50.
You were under.
Shit on a stick.
Whoa.
Get on a stick, Daddy. Damn, now we gotta look at it 50 to 60 or 60 to
51
70.
to 61. No, because we didn't hit on 50, remember? So if you're going to move up, you do 51 to 61. Because 50 we would have been right.
Well, should we do 55 to 65?
Yeah. Okay.
This could be
Lock it in?
Yeah, put it in.
Lock it in. Ding, ding, ding. 58 years old. 58 years of age.
Love it. All right. So we got one strike.
Now we got to do the location.
Down. We need location.
Now we're just guessing. Now we're just guessing Ivy League schools.
Yeah. Well, where's Brown?
Brown is in Rhode Island.
Well, they didn't win a World Series. Well, I mean, there's 12 Ivy League schools, right? So the big ones are, obviously it's like
the odds
Philly,
are not in our
Boston,
favor.
New York.
I mean, they really only spread out amongst a handful of states. Dartmouth is in Vermont. Yale's in New Hampshire. You got Brown in Rhode Island. Cornell is in Pennsylvania. Penn is in Pennsylvania. Bucknell's in New York. Columbia's in New York. Princeton's in New Jersey.
So it's either Harvard or Columbia, Lishmigs. Mm-hmm. So if we don't get one, we'll go with the other. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll go Harvard, Ben. We're going Harvard.
Ding, 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 ding. Harvard Medical School.
Daddy's fucking hot. Daddy's fucking hot. All right, so we got the ASL, baby. We got
we only have one strike.
And you only have one strike. Now, there were 4 particular body parts named in this report I saw. One being an organ, maybe 2 technically being an organ, and then 2 external. Or 2 organs and 2 body parts.
Okay.
We dealing with hammers here? They sound.
I gave you guys a clue right there.
2 organs, 2 body parts. You're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Then 2 were internal, right?
Well, 2 were organs, 2 were body parts.
Okay.
I walked that on the external, internal.
So I'm trying to think,
your
right?
clue.
What are the things that people want? Like people want hearts, people want brains, people want dicks. Or is it dick an organ or is it dick an external?
These also were not for like any medical purpose. These were being sold as like people wanted these for like decorations and like ghoulish purposes.
Shut the dick
This
up.
was not like somebody needed a transplant. This was just like somebody wanted something weird to put on their in their library.
Is a brain an organ?
Oh yeah, brain is an organ. Brain is a good guess.
I think
a brain is
organ.
a good guess.
I like brain for organ. All right, we're locking in brain burn.
We got a brain, guys. We got a brain. Brain is correct.
Oh, baby.
That's one of the organs off the board. Now we have another organ that a lot of people don't think about as an organ, and we have 2 external body parts.
Your skin is an organ. Because they always said that.
Liam's a smart guy. Liam's a smart guy.
Can we go skin? Epidermis?
Skin is number 2. Skin, the largest organ of the human body right there. Now, gentlemen, we got 2 strikes and 2 external body parts.
Do eyes count as external body parts?
Eyes are organs.
Like people put like a finger on
they're off the list.
They're keychain or something.
I thought an eye would be a good kind of, put it maybe in the the head of a cane or something. Oh
Yeah.
man, we're way past time here, Daddy. We are way
okay.
past
This
time.
is the last one. Let's just keep rolling. You guys got 2 strikes and 2 body parts left.
All right,
Okay.
finger.
Okay.
We like finger?
Finger me, daddy. Let's
Do
go.
you like fingers? You like a little blast?
Yeah.
You want to blast
Yeah,
it? You
little
want to
finger
blast it?
blaster. Yeah, hit it.
All right,
Guys,
Bern, put it down.
I'm going to give it to you. It's a lot of fingers. It's hands. It's
Oh.
hands.
Damn, people
Oh my
people want
God,
hands.
Schmigley!
Yeah. Now,
That's
guys,
fucking weird. All of it's
this-
weird, but like, hey, look at my hand.
none of it is as weird as the last one. The last one is mind-blowingly strange.
Can I just say
All right.
something, Liam?
2 strikes
I feel.
left.
Can I say something? I think nose for some reason,
Yeah.
or
nose.
is teeth? Nose or teeth?
Teeth
Maybe.
is really weird. Yeah, you're right. Teeth is super weird. All of it is, but
I mean, it's all fucking. Come on, what are we doing here? You're
Yeah.
not inviting them over for
all right.
Christmas.
Yeah, it's our last strike. We did pretty well. So
You guys have-
we
you
got 2
two.
strikes to
You got
play.
two
We got 2
strikes
strikes to play.
yeah. So throw nose up. Throw nose in there, man.
Do you want to throw nose or teeth?
If we don't get nose, then we guess teeth right after. We got 2 strikes left.
We're going,
Throw it in.
All right, we're
we're
throwing
going
nose.
nose. Guys, nose is a strike, but it's close. You're close. You're really, really,
Ears?
really
Fuck, now I want to guess
close.
ears. Now I want to guess ears.
Yeah.
Or hair.
But he says we're really, really close
Or
because
tongue.
we're talking about.
It's fucking tongue.
Nah,
Is
it
it tongue?
might be teeth.
Oh, it could be
dude.
tongue. It could be fucking tongue. You know, they want the fucking blast. They want the fucking tongue.
Tongue's
What do we do?
tongue's a muscle, technically an internal body part. So
I'd say teeth,
Oh.
man.
You
'Cause
like
he said
teeth?
he said we were really close.
you guys are
so-
really close.
And we
All
did
right,
say
so
teeth.
let's say teeth. We're going teeth. Final answer.
Final strike, final answer for teeth.
Yeah.
Strike 3, gentlemen. Strike
Oh
3.
my God, sorry, I blew
close.
it.
So close. You guys did not blow it because this one is completely ridiculous. The answer is faces. Entire faces.
Wow.
I would not have guessed that.
Wow. Yeah, I was going.
Dude,
I
yeah, you
wouldn't
just have
even-
somebody's face hanging in your house.
A number
The
of
fuck,
entire
man?
faces were sold.
Oh,
I
Bern,
mean-
give us the deets on this, Daddy.
So this dude, our boy right here, Cedric Lodge, center of a ghoulish scheme in which he shipped brains, skin, hands, and faces to buyers in
Cedric.
Pennsylvania and elsewhere after cadavers donated to Harvard were no longer needed for research. His wife, Denise, was sentenced just over a year in prison for assisting him. In one example, Lodge provided skin to a buyer so it could be tanned into leather and bound into a book, a deeply
What?
horrifying reality. In another instance, Cedric Lodge told a man's face, perhaps to be kept on a shelf, perhaps to be used for something even more disturbing.
Oh,
my God,
Lodge
dude.
treated the parts of beloved human beings as if they were baubles to be sold for profit and collected thousands of dollars from March 2018 to March 2020
Super
after
weird.
Harvard
Oh, he only
finishes
did it for a
using,
couple of years.
after
He
Harvard
was only
finishes
caught.
donating bodies for teaching. They are both typically returned to the family or cremated. Lodge acknowledged to removing body parts before the cremation. He was a morgue manager for 28 years. Harvard suspended the donation of bodies for 5 months in 2023 when charges were filed. Prosecutors said at least 6 other people, including an employee at an Arkansas crematorium, have pleaded guilty in the investigation of body parts trafficking.
Oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck, dude?
Faces, dude. Liam, that's what got me on this. Faces.
Yeah.
That's like a
Yikes.
skull is one thing, but
Yeah.
a face
Because
is a
now it
whole
becomes
different
like
kind of creepy.
personal. You know what I mean? Because now
Yeah.
you're looking at that person.
The actual
That's-
person.
Oof.
Yeah, that's
Man.
messed up, man.
Dude,
Guys,
these
nice-
people in morgues need to be tested. Like, this is, come on. What
Yeah,
are we
but
doing
somebody
here?
has to do that job, and you're only going to take that job and want to do it if you're psychotic. So
Yeah.
who does that job then if they just start testing people? Then
Also,
they
the
just
wife
won't be
was
able to have
65.
anybody do it.
He was 58.
But guys,
the wife was
you got
65.
6 out of 7 correct answers
I mean,
on 3
pretty good.
strikes. So nice work
Pretty
by you
good.
guys. Nice
Not
work.
bad. We went
by
way
you
over
guys.
time, though. But that was, I mean, dude, I love the new format. Love the new format, right?
Pretty
Once
good.
you
Love
get
it.
cooking, though,
It's the best, right? Like, we're chalking it back and forth. We're chopping it up. We're throwing answers. We're throwing shit out there. Love the new format. Just makes it so much funner. Hate that my camera keeps freezing, but what are you going to do? But anything else before we get out of here, fellas?
Nah,
Yeah, your
dog.
camera's probably freezing because all the branches and shit that just fell. Your internet might be a little fucky from all that windstorm the other day.
I mean,
Wait, even
that's
even in a high income area, do they have branches
Yeah,
there?
even there.
Is it
Yes,
not?
even there.
Oh
we.
wow,
Don't worry, we
wow.
have we have a branch disposal unit in my area. It's part of my HOA payment. We have high property tax. I see police cars all the time. We had Santa on a fire truck the other day. No big deal.
So did we.
Ours
So
was
did
a
we.
ours was a clean Santa.
Dude, you say Northwell Santa ain't clean? Hey, you might want to walk
I'm
that one
definitely
back.
saying he ain't clean, he ain't sober, and he ain't not full of oxy.
I don't think you want to be sober doing that job, dude.
Yeah, if the
No,
North Wales Santa doesn't have a fucking vein full of oxy, then call me fucking Pope John Bishop. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Either way, speaking of oxy in your veins, this has been another episode of the Working Perspective Podcast presents Guess the News. I'm Matt Lavelle, he's Bern Pocketsy, and that good-looking son of a bitch is Liam Reese. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspective Podcast. And also on Instagram, Working Perspective Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspective@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe and keep bringing this incredible content. Thanks for listening. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks. See ya!